Hello. I am live with you today on a new platform that is currently telling me that I'm not streaming, but I see as I look at my phone right here that I am streaming. Have you ever tried something new and been nervous? I'm nervous today as I spend some time with you. If things are going well, I should be streaming both on this Facebook Live platform as well as my YouTube channel. And I wanted to start out today talking about us doing something even when we're nervous, when we're scared, where it's unfamiliar and unsure. How how we think really shapes how we live our lives and taking chances or not taking chances. And today I'm taking a chance on this platform. And if it all doesn't work out, it's not a failure on the platform's part or my part. It is a learning lesson. And that's what I want to talk about today is us taking our lives in a direction where we're growing, where we're evolving, where we're learning. This isn't about being perfect, it's about moving forward and doing so with us opening up to possibilities. And one thing that opens us to possibilities is having a more open mindset, what we call a growth mindset in the personal growth area, and not just a fixed mindset. Have you ever found yourself with the thoughts of this is just the way I am, or I'm too old to change? Right? Have you ever said that or thought that? Do you really believe that? I'm here to invite and encourage you to expand upon that and open up to the possibilities of that something more, going from what is to what could be. And as I say that, usually I do my Facebook Lives on my phone and then I transfer them over to my YouTube channel. And today on this new platform, you can see more of where I'm streaming from. I'm streaming from my kitchen. And I always stream from my kitchen, but you have a bigger view of it. Why my kitchen? That location may change, but for right now, what my kitchen symbolizes to me is I was a homemaker. I was someone who was in the background of my life with my ex running his business, being the breadwinner. And I was just home, right? But I was more than just home. I was home creating a life for the kids and myself. And now I've decided to move that into a business. That's something I never thought I would have done. And I only moved in that direction when my life fell apart, as it looked like, as it always has been, when my ex decided to ask for a divorce and move on to something else. I could have stayed stuck right there. And instead, I decided one baby step at a time to move forward myself. And I noticed that a lot of people who are in the personal growth industry, who are doing coaching, come from the corporate world and then decide to step into their own business. It's a logical step, right? I'm coming from the home to homemaker to business owner. And if I can step into that place, gosh, anyone can. And I'm encouraging you to open up to the possibilities of what awaits you. You're not just the way you've always been, because your life isn't the way it's always been. And therefore, as your life is changing, you have that opportunity to change, to grow, to evolve. And you were never too old. It's never too late. One of the mentors that I've followed for many years is the dear late Louise Hay, who would talk about how every decade was a new adventure for her. Like the 60s are going to be the best years of my life. The 70s going to be the best decade of my life. And how no matter where she was in her life, she was growing and evolving. She was taking dance lessons. She was learning technology. And she started her business actually when she was in her 60s, Hay House. We're never at a point where we're too late in life to tap into who we are now meant to become. All you have to do is open up to that. What if I told you the way you're thinking about your life is actually shaping the way you're living your life? If you feel like getting old sucks and you're falling apart and your purpose is past, you're going to take those action steps that will make that true. But if I told you that the best was yet to come, and the best years of your life doesn't have to be the fixed first years of your life, where, and I've shared this before, where life had all the milestones for you: getting married, motherhood, a career, the accomplishments, all of that. But now your best years can be about you focusing on you bringing more joy into your life. Now, that sounds selfish, doesn't it? But you know what? Everyone benefits with that, because when you're a happier, more peaceful, more centered, balanced you, everyone benefits from that journey, especially you. And it's time for you to take the driver's seat on this journey in your life. Um, and learn and grow and evolve. So I wanted to keep today a little shorter because I'm not sure how this is going. I hope you can hear me. I'm not quite sure how to end it. And I'm nervous, but I'm excited. See, we can be scared and we can be excited. It's the same energy. It's where we choose to put our focus on. I'm someone who has had the story of, I'm just not tech savvy. I'm just not tech savvy. And so many people have heard me say that when, if you ask them what about Michelle and technology, they would say, well, she says she's not tech savvy. The problem isn't our story. The problem is we keep repeating that story. And I'm going to encourage you, is that story true? There was a time when I wasn't tech savvy, but over time, I have learned a lot about technology. So much so that that story of I'm just not tech savvy no longer is true. It's just a familiar story that I've been used to saying for a long time. What about you? What's a familiar story that if you really thought about it, you'd realize is not true or no longer true? But you keep saying it because it's familiar and you don't even realize that it doesn't apply anymore. I'd love for you to share. I would love for you to open up and start seeing the possibilities in your life. There is no failures, there's only learning and growing. And if you believed in a growth mindset where there was possibilities, what's one thing that you would try or explore or give yourself permission to do just because you thought you could? Please share with me. And if I resonate with you, please like and follow me on Facebook or like and subscribe on YouTube. And until next time, be well.